we are joined by the commissioner of the NBA, David Stern, presiding over, by my count, your 29th NBA Finals.
Is that true? I don't count
if my
anymore.
math is correct.
I stopped counting at 25, so I don't know.
Are you sure that's true?
If my
I thought
math
it was
is
28,
correct,
but okay, 29.
No, it's 29.
you took over in '84.
Okay,
I believe it's 29.
Oh my, I feel so much older already.
At any rate, congratulations.
I had a lot to do with that.
You had a lot to do with that?
Absolutely.
You definitely had something to do with
Yes,
that.
he did. Yes, he did. I've been all over the world with these gentlemen, okay? From London to Tokyo to Munich.
Yes.
And we're not even talking about the Olympics.
We just returned from Oklahoma City, the smallest TV market to host the NBA Finals since Fort Wayne, Indiana. Interesting contrast not only between markets here, but between the way these two rosters were built, as somebody put it, homegrown versus store-bought. I'm curious, with the new CBA intact and some of the provisions kicking in over the next few years, how likely are the rosters of future finals teams to change versus what we're seeing here?
They're going to stay the same. They're teams that get under the cap can go out and get free agents. Teams that do badly will build draft choices. And we think that, but it will be more of a parity to it, because it won't be about market, it won't be about money, it's going to be about management, because everyone is going to more or less have the same number of chips.
You know, I have suggested with the lottery, obviously teams tank games to get extra balls.
It has been suggested.
Yes. Why don't you go to, and I think that's really unfair to the game, and I think it's unfair to the fans. And the worst team never gets the #1 draft pick
in
anyway.
the lottery.
Yes.
Right, that's right.
Have you ever considered going back and just giving every team that's in the lottery just one ball?
Yeah, but that's not fair, because this way we know that a lottery team is going to get it, and most times it's going to be either 1 or 5 or 7. We changed the slant after Orlando got Shaq and Penny. We said, we can't let Shaq have too much help. So we still, at that point, if you wound up with the team that won the championship getting the first draft pick.
No, I'm talking about just the team that's in the lottery.
You meant just the lottery team.
Just the lottery
Just the lottery team.
One per.
But then, since it is even, over time, it will be distributed evenly, and it's not fair when the 11th team gets it. You really would, now it really does favor the top 3 or 4 teams. That's the way it is.
You potentially have a team that just missed the playoffs because of an injury or something.
But when has the worst team got the #1 draft pick?
But that's less important than the grouping that might get it. If you're 3 or 2 or 4, that's okay. But not 10 or 11 if you just missed the playoffs, as Matt said.
Okay.
You've been doing this for 29 years. When there's legendary matchups in the finals, Magic, Bird, Jordan, Malone, LeBron, Durant, do you pick sides?
I never pick sides. But I want to argue about legendary. The way it gets to be legendary is if the players become legends. So don't sell yourself short. I was here not that long ago to see Shaq and D. Wade win the NBA championship.
Oh, yeah,
I even remember being in Phoenix where I thought we were going to Game 7.
Yeah, I never thought that Michael Jordan guy would make it. I thought he was a flash in the pan.
I thought we were going to Game 7, and there it was. 6 games and out. But we've had a lot of great finals, and actually you define the players after their finals and after they win to see what they're doing.
All right, end of Game 2. The Thunder are down 2. Kevin Durant has the ball in his hands. Exactly the situation you want as the NBA commissioner, guarded by LeBron James. There is contact before the shot, but no whistle is blown, and afterward people are up in arms that a foul should have been called. This conversation is coming as it's happening, I'm sure. What goes through your head? Not so much foul or no foul, but what am I dealing with now in terms of the criticism?
No, it's a fair criticism. If the referee misses the call because he was in the wrong position, that's fair. I would rush in to add they had a foul to give, so it's ball out on the side, which no one is commenting on. And then they'd have it again with a couple of seconds off the clock. So we'd have to see. But there's a legitimate complaint.
Isn't that amazing, though, that you're sitting in the stand watching the game and you get to blame?
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. You know what? You once did something. Maybe it was on Philadelphia.
Once.
And I fined Harold Katz, the owner. I said, "You're fine. What are you talking about? I was lying in bed. Why are you fining me because Charles went off?" I said, "Because someone has to stop him, and you have to." So it's sort of the same thing. As long as I'm in the arena, I'm ready for the blame. Okay. It should be directed to me.
I've got about 5 things I want to ask you. I'm told I have time for one more.
Go ahead.
I'm going to pick the Sacramento question. That seems the most pressing for the league to me. As folks at home may know, an arena deal was apparently struck in March, and then it disappeared in April. Where do we stand now in terms of the Kings' future home? And is there now a deadline to either strike an agreement or seek out a new home?
There is no deadline. The ownership has said that they're going to stay in Sacramento, and they're considering remodeling the old arena. If it is brought up to a better standard, I think they'll be happy there, and it would keep it there for a number of years. It was their right not to go forward with the deal, and that's fine. And I love Sacramento because the fans there, anyone that gets Phil Jackson upset because of cowbells, I mean, that's, Phil never gets upset.
I got one more question. I know we got to go. But
this is NBA TV.
Yeah, I know.
Just go ahead.
So, the Olympics. I think we obviously accomplished our goal, making a universal game with the first Dream Team. Going forward, how important, number one, is for us to win the gold medal or send our best players? Are you content now if we don't win the gold medal and we don't have to send our stars every time?
Well, I look at it differently, Charles. Guys want to participate in the Olympics, and we shouldn't stop someone who wants to participate. And always think about it in the context of your international players who have a much stronger tradition. They'd go on one leg to play, and because they're so committed. Nowitzki, Ginobili, Scola, they're great guys, great players, and they play for their country. But I have to be careful. I think that whoever wants to go should be, have an opportunity to go at this point. But we don't have to send our best players. We have to send the best players from among all those who want to try out for the team.
Are you still interested in the possibility of an age maximum? You talked about an under-23 model like soccer does?
I think that's an interesting idea that we should discuss. So a young player, he could be 19 in the year of the Olympics and play, and 23, and then, he won't have people coming to him like I came to Charles and said, "Charles, you got to play in 96," even though Shaq was going to complain about his minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Charles people don't know, they're watching the Dream Team, and here's Charles, the elder statesman of the 1996 national team.
Dragging Shaq up and down the court.
It wasn't easy for you, I know.
We've got to let you go out quickly. Flopping, no flopping. Are we going to get it done in competition committee when it meets tomorrow?
I don't want to preempt. We're going to stop it. Okay?
Stop it.
Or at least we're going to have a better system for dealing with it. No question about it. Everyone wants to stop it.
Too late now. Me and Chuck retired.
Well, yeah, and so did Reggie. So did Reggie and Vlade Divac.
Yeah.
Vlade Divac is no more.
I don't know where Reggie is right now, but he's probably kicking somebody as we speak.
Just on the couch?
Yeah.
Commissioner, great to have you with us. As always, enjoy the NBA Finals.
Thank you so much. I always do.
Thank you.